Hello, and welcome to While Keeps Playing more of the same game. Wait, where's the game? Where's the game? I guess it didn't load. Give me a second. Also, hello Golden Crab. Hope you're doing alright. Why is this not loading? That's weird. It ain't loading. Loaded before. Maybe I have to be on the window? Technical difficulties are always an interesting thing to deal with. Sephonie has had enough of this. Yes, it does not want to load. It's taken enough of my criticisms. I can do monitor capture, I guess, but... sure. Oh, I know why. Not the issue of that. It's an issue of the layering of this. Fair. Just an OBS issue more than a technical actual issue. Yeah. So, today we got more Sephonie. Okay, so, personally, Sephonie is a weird game. The funny thing is, I looked, because I was looking to see to get some completion percentage on this thing, and there's only 2 guides on the entirety of Steam about Sephonie. Can you guess those 2 guides, what they are? Because I wasn't going to guess when I looked through the Steam list. Apparently, one of the guides is literally made by the developer, and it's basically the developer mentioning, hey, we understand that the mechanics of the game are not very intuitive, so we're going to explain them in a guide in Steam. Also, come join us in our Discord. And I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the developer actually making their own guide, but doesn't that kind of tell you something about the game? If basically the developer themselves has to explain the mechanics outside of the game? I don't know. I just thought it was funny when I looked at it today. And the second other guide is just one thing that we'll be looking for, and it's just the collectibles and the like, just to see where they were, in an attempt to basically just grab as much as possible. However, when we last left off, we had a prologue, or apparently we were setting up to a prologue, epilogue? It would be an epilogue, right? Anyway, setting up for something. Yeah, there's the epilogue. So, is the epilogue a part? Like, it doesn't actually follow the story? Sure, I guess we'll do this. Did I miss my train? Oh wait, no, he had a blind accent. Did I miss my train? That doesn't sound like a blind accent. Ah, no. That sounds like a Scottish accent. It should have been here a few minutes ago. Just a few minutes. Always another train, another transfer. Always alone, always nowhere. Alright, Fever Dream, what do you got for me? A clock is spinning as fast as time goes in my dreams. Here it comes. I swear to God, if the entirety of the stream is just a 5-minute cutscene, I will end the stream. Wait. Who is that on the train? Incredible! It's really you, isn't it? Wait, this isn't Sephonie speaking. Wait, there's another weird passenger? Oh, who am I? Oh yeah, sorry, I should introduce myself. Who the hell are you? Who are you? Who are you? Anash... What? Aninash na easy yayin? I don't speak whatever language that is. My name is Gael Lim. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bodote region. That's where Mississippi and Minnesota rivers meet North America. Does anybody actually call it that way? The year is 2098. Oh, another 46 years. I guess they never solved the issue, huh? You want to know what I'm doing here? Of course. It's a bit of a long story, but I'm happy to explain. So, I've been curious about the Sephonie project for a long time, actually. I knew that my grandmother, Amy Lynn, wow, it has been long enough that it is now your grandmother, had been part of this secretive research expedition to a remote island, something to do with an early stage Onyx technology. It was all very romantic to me as a child. Haha. A secretive thing that you knew as a child. Not much of a secret, is it? But when I asked about it, he would usually joke around and just change the subject. No. Please, no. Don't tell me there's more. Eventually, her research helped me to lead to Nixa, a complex creative AI that is now popular known as an internet search engine. A secret? There's not a secret. If you tell your literal grandchild, how is that a secret? It's also a governmental entity, or like this is supposed to be a research entity between both Taiwan, Japan, and the United States. But apparently they just tell 5-year-old Timmy over here, actually 5-year-old Guile over here, and apparently they grow into a adventurer. Also, how is he here? This isn't even a real place! Anyway, eventually our research led to Nixa, a complex creative AI that's popularly known as an internet search engine. Old search engines prioritize scale and advertising, consequently funneling the user's curiosity and imagination into corporate-controlled boxes. Nixa's search software is a lot more conversational and contextual. Oh no. What have you done? What have you done? Where is... Okay, well, I warned you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And you know why? This is what you've done. I got bombed. Now you suffer with me. You will suffer. How dare you bomb me? Don't you know it hurts? My life, my house, everything has been destroyed. And all because it was a joke to you? Well, luckily I still have this game, so I can suffer with you here. But, yeah. Welcome to the bomb dimension. I have been bombed. I hope you like it. This is just a gag. This is the dumbest gag I've ever done. Anyway, you deal with now Nega Wild. Anyway. I also don't know how terrible this is to hear, because obviously I don't listen to myself in reverb. Lately, Nix has gotten fairly big and corporate itself, but in the years... Well, you don't have to worry about a bomb falling onto you. In the early days, it was a helpful tool in the then United States of America's border abolition movement. That's quite a story itself, but I'll stay on task for the moment. Again, I wanted to speak about, before I got bombed, I wanted to say that AI search engines are not necessarily a positive thing. Like, this game is spinning them as a positive thing, but AI search engines basically just will lead you into, what's the best way? A closed environment. Because an AI will basically determine what you're looking for and give you the results that you want to find. Not the results that perhaps you want, the results that basically you're expecting or like not expecting. It's sort of like an echo chamber of some aspects, in which basically if you only send some information about one topic, you will end up in there. Because that's what happens. That's the part that fascinated me the most. The data collection via Onyx link. Well, screw that Onyx link. But even I got a developer at Nixa to learn more, but no one seems willing to talk about the core stuff. Too dangerous or not worth the trouble. In my spare time, I tried to recreate the original Onyx implant software with the Nixa search engine algorithms, but with none of the raw data from the original mission. I wasn't quite able to connect the dots. There's 3 dots right there, connect them. I just realized, okay, stop. He's wearing sneakers. The alien, the weird terrestrial thing, is wearing sneakers. Additionally, I think it's wearing a hoodie. I really couldn't tell because of the low pixelation, but yeah, it's, I guess, wearing some sort of weird sports gear. Doesn't fit it, but hey. The null virus. Yeah, that's where I'm headed with all this. Wait, so they failed to protect it? They had 50 years and they failed to protect it? Game! Why? What was the point of releasing the virus then? I'm sorry to say, life here in the island is rough shape, and Noel has taken a heavy toll on the rest of the world as well. Is that why he's wearing a mask? I mean, I guess this is taking place, like, this game is technically released post-pandemic, so I guess it's sort of making a jive on that specific aspect. Grandma Amy, she died of 98 complications a few months ago. She'd lived a long, full life, but still, it was hard. I was cleaning her basement when I found an old password-protected drive labeled S. Sephonie? I wondered. Finally, a new lead! What? Apparently Ryu outlived her? Okay, well. I reached out to Ryo Hayashi and Ingwen Lin. In the light of a pandemic, I hope they might be willing to help me unravel this mystery. Wow. He's the one who died. I'm Shinji Masuda. Nice to meet you, youngster. Masuda-san, thank you for speaking with me. I was so worried to hear about your husband's recent passing. My deepest condolences. Wow, even he died. My deepest condolences to your loss. Thank you, gal. Did you know Ryu? You said your grandmother was on the expedition with him? He was, and their labs continued to collaborate on bringing Nixa software to fruition. But no, I never really knew him, personally. But they really weren't close. Makes sense. What? Ryu, I mean, I'm happy that at least their marriage kept for this long, but still. Ryu has always been a cagey about the expedition. Really didn't think much of all of it until later. Sure, I was worried about physical safety, but it all happened so fast. Didn't even tell me what's happening until after it was all rescued. Also, where are we? Like, where is this composition taking place? He's standing on a light pillar. There is weird reflections here, and you don't look 89. Like, how old would you say this guy is? I'm gonna guess around 60. 60 to maybe 65. He doesn't look old, but maybe Japanese complexion? I'm not sure. Oh, wow. But after he came back, he was different, I guess. What do you mean different, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, sure, it was just sort of energy? More talkative? Well, no, that's not exactly. Just more somehow. Sorry, I'm no poet. Ha ha ha. Started going into therapy, which I didn't expect. I didn't grow up with that sort of thing. But we actually went together for a while, too. So wait, he didn't go to therapy? What? Oh yeah, there's one particular memorable session of couples therapy. Wait, so they didn't go to couples therapy, but he went to couples therapy. That's not couples therapy, this is regular therapy. Oh, did you make some sort of communication breakthrough? I don't really remember what we talked about. I think we were actually kind of agitated, but afterwards, without saying a word, he grabbed my hand and guided me away. I asked him where he was going, when he just said, "Hey, take it easy," and cackled as it was some hilarious joke. As a hilarious joke that it is for me to stop being bombed. I think I found the place to clear my corruption. I'll be right back. And I'm back. See? It's that easy. It's not easy at all. We took a train in the wrong direction and we ended up in an onsen where he had a long soak. A nice long soak. Later we ate soba noodle. How is this relating to anything we're talking about? Anyway, we ate soba noodles with duck and this surprising apple tempura. Where's the conversation so meaningless? Meaningless is the right word I want to say. That was one of the best days. I really shouldn't be so criticizing. I should stop criticizing. Stop criticizing. Well, you need to be more positive. This game was made out of love. Speaking with Shinji Mimura, I felt I got to know Ryo a little bit. I wondered if my own grandmother had been similarly changed by her experience on Sephonie. He also mentioned that Ryo would occasionally speak of Sephonie, of you, but of like a person. I caught Grandma Amy doing the same thing once or twice, so this was fascinating to me. How much of this information actually got leaked to the world, I wonder? Fortunately, Sinju didn't really know anything about it would help me hack Grandma's secret hard drive. However, there was one more member of the Sephonie expedition. Hey, she's alive. Congratulations, you survived to your 80s. What a dear you are, calling this old lady. Are you one with those college gay groups? What? That is the first thing you say? I mean, I know he's flamboyant as hell, but still. We have a nice relationship with the younger generations here at this elders commune. You look gay. What? 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 That is not a... Like, maybe it's just not in my circles, but that is not a normal thing to say, even if you were gay, and even if you were supportive of gay people. Maybe it's just the weird intonation I'm putting into these conversations, but like, that's just so weird. Haha, no, I mean, yes. Imagine if he wasn't gay, that would be super awkward. Haha, no, I mean, yes, I'm gay, but, actually, I'm calling you about the Sephonie expedition. I think I mentioned that I'm Amy Lim's grandchild. Oh, yes, I remember now. Well, isn't that something? Amy Lim's grandchild. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Miss Lim, this is a bit of an awkward question, but after the Onyx project, you shifted focus to epidemiology. The current 98 pandemic has been linked with Sephonie Island. Did you somehow know about No? That's a secret. I can't tell you, Sonny. Cuts conversation. Epilogue over. Well, no one can predict the future, can they? Anyway, that was a long time ago, in a distant lands, far to the north. The only reason I ask is, did my grandmother ever mention a hard drive? It may hold some key to the pandemic. I've done what I can regarding Null 98, but no, Amy and I weren't in touch. Well, c'est la vie, no infers for you. Gail, I'm feeling tired. Maybe we should talk some other time. But, whatever happened in Sephonie, none of them are able to talk about it. I should have been more sensitive. I'm sorry, Miss Lin. We don't have to talk about the past. That's a beautiful garden you're in. Is it? I see nothing but cyberspace back there. Oh yes, I love the peas. Just like Mendel used in his genetic experiments. Ha 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 ha. Okay. They get in. They don't mean it. They don't mean to make these weird references about genetics and epidemiology and all of this in a game that's supposed to be out multicultural and about an island. This is just a fever dream. This game is not real. Do you have a green thumb, Gale? Me? Oh no, I'm a plant killer, sadly. But my grandmother kept a garden. She used to feed me sweet peas and say, just like candy. Oh, I mean, sorry. No, it's okay. You're talking about Amy, aren't you? Not your other grandmother, who you also probably have, but, for purposes of this game, it doesn't exist. In fact, the entirety of the concept of this game is just us three characters, a Sephonie Island, and maybe 2 or 3 recurring NPCs. For the rest of the world does not exist. The rest of the world did not care that the virus would consume us all and kill us all, because we were dumb. We were real dumb. What was that? Oh no, she sounds like your grandmother. Yeah, she was. The truth is, Gale, when we woke up after being rescued, none of us could remember clearly what had happened. It felt a fleeting shards of emotion, excitement, love, intense connection, but all of them were hazy and distant, like waking for a dream. In order to live my life without regrets, I had to let go. It was too painful to stay longing for whatever I'd lost. To expect all of the pieces to one day fall into place. I'm sorry, that sounds very difficult to forget something that affected you deeply. But, You forgot, so no, it wouldn't affect you. If you forget something, I mean, I suppose you could have an emotional burden on them, but you kind of just forgot. As well. I didn't forget everything, I suppose. No? Did you forget the combination of the code? Because I need a code. Give me the code. Give me the code. No, I remember our boat ride to the island. Ryu got really seasick, so I tried to distract him by asking him his favorite blogs. I was kind of scared of Amy at first. She was very, take charge. I've heard that, but I didn't see that side of her as much. Yeah, I saw different sides of her too, I think, eventually. Oh, and I remember Ryu boasting about our grilled fish dinner. He hated fish. And he never ate a fish for the rest of his life. Oh no, ha ha ha. Sucks to be a Japanese person who doesn't like fish. Wow. We had some sort of joke about it. It was really funny. What was it now? Oh yeah, we started calling ourselves Team Tasty Fish. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, I guess it's not much of a joke. You had to be there. I mean, I never found it funny and I was there. I literally played through it. I just didn't get why you called yourselves that. Ha 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 ha. Gil, I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful. You had enough to video share so I could put the clip of someone yapping? I mean, that's basically what this is. It's just yap, 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 yap. Just keep yapping. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment. Oh, that's okay. If it's what it meant to be, I'll find a way. Call me again sometime before I die. Oh, whoops, I've died already. See ya. Blech. Now that I'm older, maybe it's fine to think back on the strange times. I would love to know more about Amy's life after Sephonie. Well, you could have done that when she was still alive, you know? Yeah, I like that. Doesn't explain how you've made it here. Once again, I had run out of leads and the pandemic had continued to claim its toll in the wake of global uprising, the climate catastrophe in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, we're about to experience that in, maybe this is optimistic, but do you think a climate catastrophe is going to happen? I think it's a possibility. I think it's a very likely certainty, to be honest. But I think it's going to happen faster than the 60s. I don't know if every civilized country is going to suffer it, but... Doom! Doom! Is what I say for all of us. The world has changed, and overall we were cooperating to well stem the tide. And yet, no, was like nothing we'd ever seen. Still, I was glad to have connected with Shinji and Ingwen. Maybe all this was worth it. It's just an opportunity to better understand Sephonie and to connect with these people who had been important to my grandmother. But a week or two later, while looking to the hard drive again, something that Ingwen had jumped out to me. Team Tasty Fish? Team Tasty Fish? The contents of this hard drive were encrypted. Please enter the passcode. Ah, the password was Team Tasty Fish. I'm disappointed in you, Amy. Password accepted. Grandma's Amy's hard drive contained full of raw data dumped from the Sephonie expedition, much of it had never seen the light of day. The data as reference. I was finally able to reverse engineer the link capability for modern Nixas software and embed it into a non-invasive peripheral. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Hehe. Now that you're all caught up, here's my plan. Based on the patterns of corrupted data, I believe Grandma Amy, Ingwen, and Ryu experienced some sort of traumatic interruption while attempting to link with Null. I want to finish what they started. I want to reintegrate the data links that were severed between you, my ancestors, and this island. Then perhaps we'll be able to face it all together. Are you ready? No. No. Don't make me. Don't make me come back to the island. No! Run away! Run away! No, I can't run away. I guess I do have to do the epilogue. You know, I feel like, wouldn't you be affected by this virus, being so close to the source? I guess we're linking. So how did you get to this island? How did any of this happen? Sephonie, let's link. It's this thing again. It's the same game as before. Green, 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 green. Green, green, green. Green, green, green. So this explodes, and when that does, it does something. Okay, we can put that there. Destroys that parasite. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that destroys it. Good. So we need to fail spots. That changes everything into the color, which is useful. But they disappear. Once they reach the bottom of the map, they just kind of stop existing. I'm real lucky. Can find peace. Green, green, green. I don't think there was a spot for this. Some of the pieces have the animals. What? They do? They're called. I see red part. If we're referring to the ground core, Sephonie core up there, that's a bit different, I think. I need to surround this one. Because if I don't surround it, I get taken over by the virus. Okay, so it can't consume even the rocks. You know what? I hadn't realized that either till now. Shows you how little attention I've been paying to this game sometimes. So you can consume a lot of these. Bum, 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 bum. So it kind of just links in a sort of circle. Is there a spot for this? Run out of spots. Nothingness. What I don't understand is how this one works, because sometimes I will put a block around it, but I won't actually activate it. I messed up. Oh, it just blows up into different colors. It doesn't even affect you that poorly. Your erases? Erases? Undo? That's not. Oh, there's an actual button that says erase. I've been doing this puzzle without noticing there's an erase button. So if I press B. Oh wait, doesn't delete it. I guess I can only delete some blocks. But again, I found that the majority of this game isn't that difficult to need the erase. I can't get those. So if I erase this, see, so this doesn't actually seem to use one of the things. You know more than I do, Golden. You know more than I do. And you've played the game more than I have by watching me. Alright. Let's take a look. We want to put something here. We kind of want to wait for these two to come down. Can't break that one apart because it literally has a wall. And this one can't... I mean, I probably could have before if I focused on it. See, you're paying more attention than I have. This game has fried my brain. And I am a dum-dum. Okay, so maybe we want to do it now. Because it gives us a decent amount. I mean, these kind of suck, but they're not the worst. Especially because we get so many points from just doing anything. So we can just put it here. Do we have a place for a T? No. Okay, so this is where basically the game ended the last time. I wasn't able to continue beyond this point. Still have 3 races, so we could erase this one. Can we just erase everything? Wait, is there no limit to erase? What's the... what? Is that intended? Yeah, I mean, I could just erase everything. Then what? What kind of challenge is there? What's the challenge? So this should delete that one, right? Yeah. We have another one of these here. Easy, easy. Gonna have to do it now, right? Otherwise it won't let me do it. We got another of these blocks. Put this here. Again, I still don't understand why erase exists as a game mechanic. Sephonie, we did it! We link with null. It just looks like a cell. Sephonie? Sephonie's dead. So now you know the solution to all our problems. Get our gay grandchildren to solve them for us. That's what the game is telling us. And we're in Fever Dream. Actually, now I guess we're in Fever Nightmare, based on what I'm seeing up here.
I searched for God in the space between particles, but all I found was my own body.
My body exerts force, like a force of nature. Still, I have no idea what's happening. All I did is open up an egg. A black pussy egg that likely had a virus that killed us all. My body, which reflects light, my body,
which in an instant
will be gone. Already, so many of us are gone. Like me, I'll be gone after this stream. I thought I wanted to understand it all. Why is it giving it such much emphasis? But for now... Jump scare? Ah! Just let me hold you. Oh, okay, something sweet. Alright, Sephonie, hold me tight, so I may let you go. Because they say that the hardest thing to do is to let go, but I've been waiting to let go for a while. Time travel, let's go back in time. Solve the problem 50 years ago. I mean, we see the shapes of the three main characters. And Sephonie. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, now we're dancing. So, two of these guys don't exist anymore, so I imagine this is their sort of representation within the island anymore. Oh, he just absorbs the virus in his chest. Yeah? Yeah? We just nod like in agreement that I understand what's going on. Gale, I can feel. I can feel everything again. Congrats. We've given you your sense of touch back, old man. From Sephonie Island, Gale traveled back to Taiwan. There he gave blood samples and helped explain Onyx link data to Null researchers. Within months, a global network of scientists had developed a Null 98 vaccine. It was made freely available worldwide. That is it? That's it? That's how you solve the virus that killed everything? You just basically link with it and like, yeah, man. So what you're telling me is, the three original characters could have saved the world had they just basically taken a single blood sample from that virus. It's on them. It's on them. They caused the end of the world. Yeah, that is great. Oh, that is it. That is literally it. Okay, well, thank you, Analgesic Productions, for this game. Yeah. Thank you very much. I suppose it is very much based on the pandemic. Actually, I think the epilogue is based on the pandemic. It is actually finally over. Yeah. But with the exception of maybe having to find any collectibles. But yeah. I don't think this game was designed for many people. I think they had like maybe two people, as we can see here. Mellows and Marina. And I'm pretty sure Mellows is the person who I saw the guide on the mechanics. I imagine this was very much a passion product between just two people that they named into a studio. There's some pictures here. I don't know if I need to move out of the way here. But yeah, I mean, okay. I guess they were stuck indoors and they couldn't see each other during pandemic times. At the end of credits upload too. No. Do not tempt fate with such words. Yeah. This is the very slow credits for the little amount of people that were here. Like, I just want to point, like, you can literally see that we've been repeating the last two names over and over. You don't need long credits when there's only been two developers. Like, I understand accreditation stuff, but... Also, what... I don't understand these photos. They have anything to do with the development? I mean, I imagine these are the pictures they took while they were housebound. Because, you know, people couldn't move very much during the pandemic, but... Here's a few people. Hey, nice jobs, QAs. Nice job. You did a great job. There's a bunch of stuff I would still say that maybe we need some extra work on, but you know what? This game probably isn't going to get touched again. Oh, this game actually has a Japanese localization. By thank you of TakahashiWarlocks.com. I don't know what that is. Do not go there. Also, what is this? Is that your husbando? You keep your husbando in a cupboard? I believe this is the year the game released, 2022. So, again, I have played older indie games. However, I mentioned this indie title was about a year and a half title, and I need some polish. I do appreciate I appreciate some of the mechanics. I do believe some of it's inventive. I would say that the best part of the game was actually the final gauntlet, but everything else was just very basic. Like, you never really get to develop any of the mechanics very much, and it's just a matter of we jump to here, and we jump to there, and we jump to there, and we get a collectible, and then we link. I think it's a issue of they basically thought to do too much with the little bit that they had. And that is something that happens with indie titles sometimes, in which they don't know what their limit is. And they basically go into scope creep, and they just go in a circle, and a circle, and a circle. Actually, I guess a spiral. A spiral, and a spiral, and a spiral, and then they just never finish. I guess the credits are over, but I don't know if you can tell up there, but there's a bit... This isn't actually... The screen has cut out. It says that it actually stops with revealing some of the credits. But anyway, I appreciate you for playing. Thank you. Whoa. Oh, there's more. Whoa, you made it to the end of Sephonie. Thank you for the gift of your time. We hope it leaves you with your interesting thoughts and feelings to ponder in these days to come. I'm sorry. I don't have good thoughts and feelings. I think the game is interesting, but I don't think it's a good game. I don't know. I don't understand why people review the game so positively, because it is overwhelmingly positively on Steam. I would say maybe it's good. I think the game is good, but it is flawed. It is not a perfect game. It has many things that could be better for an indie title. This is not a AAA title. More like you were forced to play with it. I mean, I forced myself to play. And I can still say that I could find enjoyment in the game by making fun of the game. You know how sometimes you can enjoy bad movies by the fact that you can make fun of those bad movies? That's one positive thing I could say. The game is not mediocre, because if the game was mediocre, it wouldn't be fun to even stream. It would just be boring. This game is fun to make fun of the weird things that happen in the game, because it's bad. The story is bad. The characters are bad. The mechanics are passable. In fact, I would say mechanically wise, had they polished it out, it would actually be a very decent platformer. But the game was trying to be both a puzzle, a story, and a platformer at the same time. Context for those playing in the future. The initial outbreak. You do not have to give me this context. I'm pretty sure, unless you're thinking that somebody 50 years from now is playing this game, you don't need this context. Context for those playing in the future. The initial outbreak and quarantine of the COVID-19 pandemic occurred not long into the development cycle of Sephonie. This, of course, influenced the story and themes of the game. What is the world like now? What has our generation passed down to you? Kind regards from the past. Well, I got bad news. We live in a world where basically it's about the same. I think there is an aspect of puzzle platforming that works, but it's not a puzzle platformer. It's a sim platformer, where simulation, you basically simulate physics, and then you have platforming on top of those physics. Then it becomes enjoyable. Then you add puzzle elements. But itself being a puzzle game, it's too jarring. It's too jarring of a combination of things. By the way, you can now return to your original save and return to surface from an area. You may find new hidden on the... No. There's more stuff. Furthermore, you can now play as Gale in any post-game save. Don't forget to check the Bubble Adventure settings menu too. Oh, and now you can move your camera freely in screenshot mode while it plays new characters. Okay. Just when I thought the game wasn't over. The game just says, hey, we got more new content. Okay, I will say, most games don't generally do that. So, props to them. They actually decided to make post-game content in an indie game. I can barely name more than 1 or 2 indie games that actually put up post-game content on their things. This being one of them right now. And it has to be an indie title, not a AAA title or a title that basically is somewhat fulfilled. Wait, there's a walkthrough? Oh. Why is there a walkthrough? Did I not notice this before? Apparently the walkthrough opens a website. This just literally links you how to play the game. That's crazy. Okay, we don't want to play the epilogue. We want to load the game. Yes. So, you can now play as your grandchild, which, you know, is kind of weird, but, like, I will take it. I assume doing this just ends the game, because there's no reason for it not to end the game. So, let's look at the link list. So there is 30 creatures linked. There's a lot of capsules. Fine, let's go through these capsules. When you're near Rivet? No, I'm not reading it. I'm not reading that either. Reveal? I'm not reading that either. Hungry Racer? I'm not reading it. Actually, wait. Do you know highly resistant to it? I do want to read it. How did you remove it? Well, linking. Press B to erase selected tile. Oh, okay. Only while you link. That's why I didn't know this mechanic existed. It's a mechanic that exists that gets created after you get this power up. That's why I was like, what? There's an erase button? Yeah, you get this after this power up, and I thought it was based on the gameplay of the thingy, but yeah. I don't care. ME needs Onyx. Yeah. Also, you can see, the game has taken me 9 hours and 22 minutes to beat. Let's return to the surface. It did say that there was supposed to be something worthwhile there. But what that is, I don't know. To the surface! I feel like this game is also very hand-holding. It just kind of holds your hand about everything you do. Plus, this is a speedrun, so you can have a world record. It wouldn't work. I mean, it doesn't work because I have splits. I don't actually have splits, nor I have any sort of access. But I imagine beating this game in under... I feel like you'd probably beat this game in under 2 hours. That should probably be doable if you just skip everything. I thought it was supposed to be something new here. I've been deceived? Hello, anybody here? Doesn't seem like anything is... Everything seems the same. Wait. That's new. Wait, was this always here and I just missed it every time? Mysterious capsule contains Ryu meets Onyx. I don't think that was there before. There's a whale. We also have the ability to do... We can zoom in. So we should be able to do picture mode, right? Because the character still moves while I still have this. How do I just move the camera? Go player, RB, okay. Turn to game, hold the alpha stick, rotate stick. Toggle edit mode. Wow, this is... Whoa, okay, that's dizzying. I tilted the camera. Okay, yeah. I can't. Okay. Can't actually move the camera. Like, weirdly enough, you can't actually travel with the camera. It's stuck in space. Ugh, feels sick. Alright, so I'm gonna pull up the guide here and see what items or any creatures that we've actually missed, because I do want to at least get all the creatures. I don't care about all the stupid items, but there is a bunch of things. Chapter 1.1, which apparently this is where we are at the surface, there is a total of 6 items. Got the beef jerky. I guess we should look at what creatures we have. Link list. So there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I believe that means we've gotten all the creatures. In section 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4. They're weirdly numbered too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be 7. 8, 9, 10. Is there more? No, there's actually no more. 11. Imagine that's one of the key species, so I don't have to worry about that one. Chapter 2, 1 has 12. This is apparently the 12th, but it's not in order. 13, 14. Yeah, I got that one too. Got that one, yeah. Yeah, so nothing new there either. Have I actually gotten all of them? There is one creature, which is 17, 18. Oh. There is, in fact, one creature I'm missing from one of these areas. Okay. So, we're missing in the weird Bloomington, Illinois. There's apparently a creature called the cragfruit tree. So I guess it's just a tree I missed. Didn't think it was supposed to be a creature. Wait, was this? Wait, this wasn't here before. Where's this gonna lead me? Pretty sure I linked with you in the past, so you're not a secret. You're a deceiver. You're deceiving me. Not where I wanted to go. Have I gone in here? Oh, there's an item up there. Imagine you have to go through this weird cycle of going through the entirety of this around area. So we are supposed to be here. We're looking for a tree, chat. We're at single regular tree. I'm sure these trees can't be a rare sight. Do I really have to do the entirety of this? Whee! I feel like I'm very zoomed out. There's in fact a zoom feature in this game. Tree. I imagine it's gonna be back in the area where there was farms. Where do I go from here though? A bluey. Well, I can at least make this as a shortcut, right? That did not do anything. think I'm supposed to get to the top of it. No! Oh, I have to have the jump power. Jump! 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 I am an idiot. I gotta use the power up to jump to the top, not to basically jump anywhere else. What? What? I mean, technically, maybe I could make it, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend some time and waste it just basically doing some basic jumps. Okay, now jump. All right, we're in the top side. No shortcut way to get there, huh? Would have been nice. What the? No. Pretty sure I have to make... If I go there, I'm just going back. I need to make this wall over here. Whee. Back here. Is there a tree somewhere here? No, because there's a sort of box. I'm running this thing in reverse. Where am I? I'm under the thing again. I wonder if there's even a world record for this kind of game. I feel like it doesn't really get enough player base to even have any sort of record. But I'm also not very good at platformers. Okay, we want to make it there. What? What? I almost thought I fell there. Okay, you're just gonna... I am supposed to wall around? I think it'd probably be easier just to go from the top. No, I think I wasted my time. So I'm looking for a tree. I don't see no tree. Supposed to be in the cornfields. Where could this tree be? Run! Okay, sure. He's gonna fall into the abyss. As the Eldritch Horror observes me once again. Again, I don't quite understand why Sephonie made all of this for the island, because obviously this is real. This is literally actually real in regards to the world. No. But it just feels like a fever dream. So we try to proceed. What? You can't use the same... Oh, I guess you can't use the same one twice. Okay. He's just gonna bounce me off. You're supposed to be the chosen one. Not. I'm not even sure what's happening anymore. Has my enthusiasm left, as well as my capability of doing any sort of basic platforming? Okay, finally got it there. Right, so where... Oh, there is corn up there. Maybe I have to go up there? Oh, I see a tree. Maybe wall around? There. This is one of the ones I was missing. Okay, so we got that one. What else are we supposed to collect here? There's an item, but nothing else. In the swamp. Okay, let's take a look at the swamp. Ink list. That's the crag tree. Layer 3, which is the swamp. Okay, so we're already counting one that we don't have. Feather Knight? Earl Bell? Yeah, I don't even think I have any of the creatures in the swamp. Because it goes straight layer 2 or 3. Yeah, I have Boring Crab, that's the only one I have, I think. There's a bunch of creatures in the swamp I don't have. Information. Turn to surface. Back to the surface with you. I don't suppose there's another item here, is there? Dr. Lamb's office. Okay, to the swamp. There's about like 3 different creatures that I can collect in here. Not that I remember seeing any of them. Just bounced off. Well, I did not make it as far as I thought it would. Whee! No, please. You will run into the wall rather than force yourself into the wall. What? How can you wall run? Stop pressing the wall run button. There, finally got up. Okay, so we're trying to find animals in here. We got the crab. We don't have any of the other ones. I think that's one of them right there. Okay, what is the name of this thing? Ultra Locust. Guess I'm doing it as well right now too. It is one of the first ones to find. Okay. I wish I could leave this game. But once you start it, you really can't. You can't return to checkpoint. This is a stupid thing. Stupid, stupid. Here, have some points. Yeah, the animals want me to link with them. Even though I don't even understand why they want me to link with them. Oh, that's what it does. It locks part of the map. Again, it's not really a difficult map. This kind of solves itself very fast. Can't do more. What happened there? Kind of bugged for a second. Following link connected. This piece has been added to the link list. Yes, but never tell me that again. Getting data for a vulture locust. It burrows asleep for many years in larval form. A select few of its kind remain awake as scouts. The scouts happen upon a deceased whale. Trigger a mass awakening. The swarm of the locusts devour the carcass and everything else that dares scavenge it upon it. Wow. I mean, I feel like this game was really built, or really made by someone who really, really loved biology. Like, just species in general. But that love isn't well... it's not necessarily very well put into a game. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool information about these fantastical creatures, but it's just not... does not resonate with me. Okay, so the next creature is the Feathered Knight. Somewhere... I think it's that thing over there, actually. The thing in the sky. Okay. How do I get to that, though? There's a jumping one. Nope, can't do that. Am I not fast enough for that? I have to be like this fast. I don't know if you can hear it, but it'll be this fast to be able to actually do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There, that fast. How would I do this jump? Maybe I can fall there. No! Maybe with the speed boost. Okay. Then we try running. Then we try getting here. Right. But now I only got one chance of this. Okay, I wasn't expecting to go backwards, but alright. Just need another one, but I don't know where. Yeah, the angle is actually kind of bad for that. What's the guide have to tell me? The guide, in fact, tells me that I am a dummy. The guide tells me that I should be going here. Can't stop running, can't stop running. If I can make this jump. Right, but how do I make the rest of this jump? Maybe I can wall run. Oh, there's a breakable wall here. But do you see anything to break? Pretty sure I skipped almost all of this. There is a path on the other side, okay. Animal! Animal! Alright, we got this weird anemone creature. There is a wall there. I imagine all there is like an item. Can I peek? Oh, there is stuff in there. Oh, I see a creature. I actually do have to go in there. That sucks. Maybe on the other side of that? Not in the muck. Make this jump. Alright, I need to make it straight and jump. No, 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 no! Okay, I'm back here again. Jump to here. Get on this thing. Right, because there's one of the cells there. Oh, you go through the hole. Okay. Creature! I mean, I didn't break the hole, but does it matter? I feel like a lot of this area is just optional. A bluey. Alright, so we got another one of those. That's the second of the 3. Then there is another creature. No, we got the... Let's check other creatures we got. We got the Vulture Locust, the Pearl Belt, the Feather Knight, and the Boring Crab. Is there another one that I don't know of in here? Vulture Locust, yeah. Feather Knight, yeah. Pearl Belt, yeah, I got that too. Then the Boring Crab. Okay, so we got all of the ones there. The next section is the mall, which we were in earlier. We had the Flotsam Octopus, which we do have. Peacock Kelp and the Peacock Kelpie Worm. Yeah, we got that too. And of the is the Flotsam Octopus not is not in this list? No, it is. Okay. Surface revisited. So there is a few items here, but you could have just revisited at any other time. There is also the city. City is this area, I think. There is the Placifera, which we have it. Intrepid Bowbird, which we also do have. The Ghost Tarantula. And that's it, right? There should be a total of 35 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, that's it. That's all. We gotta do no more. You just gotta link with them, I guess. Though I did remember that you have to link them in their specific areas. It's not ideal. Checkpoint. Yeah, link of the things that we don't have. No more animals to collect. We're done. Now we just gotta do the stupid puzzles. Blue. Why is it all blue? Blue. Blue. Oh, this turns things to blue. Blue. If I were be red, I would die. Baba dee baba booey. Blue. Blue. That's not blue. It's not blue at all. Stop giving me non-blue things, game. I don't want your non-blue. Guess I'm putting the green here. Oh, I don't want your non-blue things. Stop! Stop giving me non-blue. I don't want them. I don't want them at all. Say that and it just keeps giving me more of them. No! It really does like giving me anything but blue, huh? This is not blue! That's it. Done. No more on this one. Next link has connected. Link list. Would you like to play again? Never. I guess I could have erased, but I forgot about that. Cabbage flag turned prayer bell. It lives inside the giant clamshell, rubs its body against mother of pearl. Over time, this produces a shimmering camouflage so long as it stays within the shell walls. How much of a camouflage if it basically has to be within its own shell? For the night. And it's got one of these blocks. I think it has to share all colors around it to be able to transform. Or maybe two of them. Yeah, it has to share. I don't know. It has to share like maybe on both sides. Sure. Dear God, they're sprouting. I don't know where to put this one. So the bar is like covering half the map up there. I think that breaks it because it needs to touch all sides on it. Great, delete these. Okay, you turn that one. Yeah, I guess in the end game you could just erase as many as you want. Done. One more down. Spaces is being added to the link list. No. Coding data for Precipice Collector Feather Knight. First, it hibernates near a deep sea bend, shutting off nearly all metabolic functions for a month while building up layers of mineral precipitate armor. Next, it swims upwards to the feed upon krill and small fish and even terrestrial insects above the water. When its armor has worn away, it retreats back into the bed. But it flies. Its armor has to be super weak. What creature am I missing? Red one? Wait. It says I only have 34 linked. Am I missing it one? I think I am. Let's go through the list. Ryu. Whether Ryu is a creature in this specific list of creatures. Dreaming, Faithful, Ballistite, Martyr, Corapod. Oh, that's the one I'm missing. I'm missing Corapod. Corapod is creature 05. Wait, did we miss something in the surface? I guess so. I guess we'll have to go to the surface. But let us get back to out of here. I want to get the hell out of here. This is a very nice swamp. It's a shame that I didn't really do any of it. Run. Play Sisyphus Simulator after this game is done. You'll find the gameplay much alike. I'm aware of Sisyphus Simulator, and that game is, I mean, I wouldn't say it's alike, but it is similar to it in the sort of aspect of you're doing absolutely nothing and getting absolutely no progress done almost every time you do anything. But at least this one has an end. Sisyphus Simulator, its end is when I get tired of the game. Where am I going from there? It sort of is on the same vein of games like Getting Over with Bennett Foddy and Jump King and stuff like that, which basically the entirety of the process of the game is just to suffer. There's no enjoyment in the game. The point of the game is just to suffer with it. No. Guess I don't need both. Well, there is an item up there. Do I grab it last? If I can jump? No, I think I'll get it first. No, wait, I can't grab it first, because if I grab it first, then I can't jump. Alright, so it's gonna be, you grab this, you jump here, you grab this, run, grab this, gives you more time, jump. No. I guess you're just supposed to run to that. I'm dumb. Yeah, let's make it to here. What? Did you walk through it? What happened there? What happened there? Maybe I can just run. You can't just run. Mysterious capsule contains Ingwen's Goodnight ASMR. A strange place to hold your ASMR meetings, but who am I to say? I feel like that's the last one you want to grab. So we start with this one. Grab it, we drop, we go here, go straight. And we got it. Now we just have to make it to that one. Oh! We didn't make it. We were close, but we did not make it. We were not close at all. Never mind. Okay, so from here, we just need to go that way and we can get back to the level. Okay, we're here, and we can just leave. Do no more. I'll never see this cave ever again. Wait, I have to actually get up there. Never! Alright, we're done. Never see this stupid swamp. Alright, the next thing to find here is back. I think we... Actually, it's not here. I think we just have to go back to the level 1 and then just find a single checkpoint, and then we can go to the surface. From the weird Eldritch Horror Sun dimension. I think this is a shortcut, actually. Makes me faster. So I actually think the fastest way would have been to actually just not gone this way at all. What? Excuse me? Is there a level here? Yeah, let's go back. Probably faster to just go here. Take this double route back through this office that shouldn't exist. And then I have to go there. We can just jump. Now that I am in Fever Dream, I can do the last of the reds. Onyx link engaged. I need to bond 20. That's a lot of things to bond. James Bond. No space for it. Bonding 10. And now this is going to give me all the points I need. We're done! Woo! Okay. No, do not want to play it again. Coding data for rare fruit, crag fruit tree. I don't think I've ever had a crag fruit. I actually don't think crag fruits are even edible. Its fruits have thick stone-like rind, protecting the young seeds from hungry critters until they matured. When the large rare fruit are ripe, they fall fast and crack upon the ground, a delectable feast. Then the seeds get eaten by the animals, and then the animals poop the seeds, but they have massive constipation because they're super hard. We're in the surface! Final stretch! Gotta find the last of the animals. It says it's one of the pools, so I guess it's this one over here? This thing. Engage. Has to be bigger than 5? No, it has to be under than 5. But 2 points don't score, so... What a dilemma. Nothing grew, actually. Nothing grew at all. And we're done. That's the last. The species has been added to your linked list. Decoding data for a proactive barnacle coropod. It is equipped with a small water jet and it coordinates with its neighbors to create a current to circulate food-rich waters. Briefly, the tide goes out. Exposed jets emit a sound familiar to a haunting musical choir. Alright, well, we got all the linked lists. There's only 35 of them. I'm not going to collect all the items, so that's it. I'll get to the top of the island. That's the last thing I'll do, I guess. And say goodbye to this hellscape that is Sephonie. I think I need to have the power to run. But I need to run from there. No! I didn't hit the checkpoint either. What I'm trying to find now? Now I'm just trying to get to the top of the island and then just probably call it there. Just so I can get a view of the hell that was this place. I mean, I'm very I criticize this game, but there's nothing terribly wrong with it. It's just it falters in its ambition. It has too much interest in doing too much when it should have just specialized in doing one or two things. No! For the love of God, no! We are climbing to the top. See if there's anything worthwhile there. I mean, last time I made it to the top, I think there was just a bird, wasn't there? Oh, there's a cloud up there. You notice that? Just a random cloud floating in the sky. Hello. I don't remember this being here. Oh, don't take me to another area, please. Let it be end. But there can be another area. I've collected all the animals. A weird cloud. Okay. Whoa. Oh, just an item. I didn't make it. I didn't make it to the top of the cloud. No. Up, up, and away! How am I supposed to make that? Are you supposed to run into it? Because that's a very high... not a lot of distance. Let's try it while running. Yeah, you're definitely supposed to run to keep that momentum. And the last item we find to end this run is Amy's lost quarter. Just a goddamn quarter in the middle of a cloud. Better be the most important quarter I've ever seen. Where's this quarter? Amy's plastic bag. Yeah, because that's apparently something we find. Amy, a friend showed her 50-state quarter, show and tell, but she didn't notice it dropping the Illinois quarter. But you did. You took it. You kept it, spending it over a hot dog, hoping it to get rid of its presence. Came back to you, a loose change from a mall food court. Kept it in your wallet as a reminder for a long time, until losing the wallet into the shores of Sephonie Island. Yeah, that's how we end it, with a random non sequitur, with absolutely no reason. Alright, crew, say your goodbyes. Or you are being terminated. Goodbye. As it slowly... the gravity always feels so weird. Anyway, that's going to be Sephonie. the entirety of Sephonie. So, I'm gonna go with just my thoughts on Sephonie so far. We've gone through the epilogue, we've gone through the collection of everything. Overall, Sephonie is a weird game. Starting from the beginning, in which you go to find this weird island that is theorized as something that emerged from the bottom of the ocean. That in itself is a very interesting concept as a sort of lore aspect, but then it spends a lot of the time not dealing with the concept of the island, but rather the characters, and how the characters mingle with the island, who then becomes sentient, which is then called Sephonie, which then goes into this weird journey of self-explorement about how the characters intermingle with each other, and then you go into an aspect of, hey, deal with social-political issues. It is a game mired and completely full of itself. Like, it's a game full of itself. That's the best way I can say it. In which it basically thinks that the message it's providing is a very deep message. And there is some valuable messages to what Sephonie's trying to tell you. It's just, it doesn't seep in. Like, there is no way to connect those mechanics with the idea of the social-political aspects of these countries together and how these people intermingle. They don't feel connected. The mechanics do not feel like they join well with the story. The puzzles don't really have anything to do with the mechanics, so the mechanics fight against themselves. Jumping is not fluid all the time, so it can feel like the game isn't just responding properly. And you have seen me play, and there's many times in which I'm trying to do a wall run, followed into a wall jump or like a wall hop. I don't know what the mechanic of hitting the wall with a dash is, but it doesn't work. It sometimes doesn't work. My criticism for the developers would be simplify your story. If you want to make a story-based game, in which basically the narrative is the game, make it much more subtle and less ham-fisted. There should not be 10-minute cutscenes for a platformer game in which those cutscenes have nothing to do with the story, and they're basically an absolute fever dream of what is happening. Unfortunately, this is one of the few games I'm going to say I do not recommend. I do not recommend Sephonie unless literally the appeal of the message goes to you. However, the game is flawed, but could be redeemed. Unfortunately, the game is out of development after 3 years now, so I imagine this game is never going to get any more updates. So, if the developers ever do come to this concept again, do not mix platforming and puzzles. Make sure your stories end, and do not end in an epilogue that basically tells you play the game again, or play part of the game again to get an ending. That basically all that it means is, oh, just do the last puzzle one more time. I know that the game took place during the pandemic. I know the pandemic was important for the concept of this game. I know that perhaps some of the messages in this game could resonate well with some people. But I did not get any of that. So from my perspective, I do not recommend this game. But I will probably play it. I would still probably play it. Because it's not terrible if you make fun of it. Like you can make fun of bad movies. But anyway, that is all I really got to say for today. Sephonie has drained my interest for any game right now. When will we come back next? I don't know. Some other time. Not tomorrow, I'll tell you that. So if you're expecting me to come back tomorrow, not happening. Unless... No, probably not happening. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to stay cool, because you are. Yeah, you who are listening right now, you're cool. If you're listening to this from the past, how did you get a time machine? And if you're listening to this from the future, when I'm in the past, thanks for supporting me. Yeah, thanks. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to stay wild, and don't have fever dreams. Those fever dreams are really, really messed up. I'm still